Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today, we're taking a deep dive into the WealthOS Notion template. If you've been searching for a comprehensive solution to manage your finances and wealth, you're in the right place. Let's jump right in. This WealthOS has several useful features such as account management, net worth calculation, transaction records, planning and budgeting, assets and liabilities management, saving planner, investment management, goals and reporting, and many more. Before we dive into the details, let's start with the heartbeat of your financial universe, the dashboard page. This is your go-to hub, your financial command center, where you get a real-time snapshot of everything that matters. Our journey begins with powerful account management. Easily organize all your financial accounts, from checking and savings to investments and credit cards. You can also track your current net worth. Planning your financial future has never been easier. Our robust planning and budgeting suite empowers you to set monthly income target, track your spending, and keep an eye on your top expenses. The transaction records section is where you can log every financial move from income and expenses to investments, loan repayments, and even money owed to you. Don't let bills catch you off guard. Our bills and subscriptions section acts as your personal financial assistant, reminding you of due dates and tracking your total spending. Saving for the future is a breeze with our dedicated saving planner. Set your monthly savings goals, compare them to your actual savings, and watch your financial dreams unfold. In the investment management page, you can keep track of your assets, monitor profit or loss, and check stock using embedded live charts, all in one place. Your empire deserves meticulous care. The assets management section covers everything from bank accounts, property, precious metals, vehicle to business ownership, giving you a panoramic view of your financial kingdom. You can also track people that borrow your money, conquer financial hurdles effortlessly with the liabilities management section. From loans to credit cards, manage them seamlessly, ensuring you stay on top of your financial game. Setting and achieving financial goals is a breeze. With the goals and reporting feature, track your progress and generate insightful reports, helping you stay on the path to financial success. You will also have other useful pages such as financial event. Never miss an important financial event again. Knowledge is power. The resource library lets you capture essential financial resources and even keep track of the financial books you're diving into. To help tracking of your financial records, you will also have these quick buttons to easily add any transaction records. Alright, we have an example personal financial profile of Mr. Dunn. Mr. Dunn was born in February 3, 1986 and has $5,000 income plus $1,500 per month from side hustle. He also has several financial accounts including checking, saving, investment, retirement, credit card, and more. We also have details about Mr. Dunn's assets and liabilities. Mr. Dunn owns various tangible assets, including land, a car, a laptop, and gold. However, he is also responsible for 2 outstanding debts, a mortgage and a student loan. We will enter all this information as the initial setup in the WealthOS template and proceed to calculate Mr. Dunn's net worth. Let's get started. Okay, to create accounts, go to the Accounts and Net Worth page. Add new account and rename it to Capital One. The asset type is cash and equivalent and the initial amount is $15,000. You need also to select this net worth page to include this account as assets in our net worth calculation. If you don't select this net worth, this account will not be calculated in our total net worth. do the same for our saving account bank. Let's continue to add our cash wallet. This the physical money that we have in our pocket wallet. Great, now let's create an investment account which is Interactive Brokers. Change the account type to investment account. For the Interactive Broker investment account, we can select the asset type ETF, stock, bond, mutual fund, REIT. After that, don't forget to select the parent category, which is investment. Make sure you select this net worth. Next, let's create retirement account. Choose the account and asset type to retirement account. Let's create PayPal account as our business account. Alright, let's create Mr. Dunn credit card Amex Gold with 5,000 SD credit limit. Choose the liabilities category to credit card. Alright, we have done adding Mr. Dunn's accounts. Now, let's add Mr. Dunn's birth date to our net worth section. This will show the Mr. Dunn's age. Great! As you can see here, Mr. Dunn age is 37 years with current total assets is $175,500. You can change the net worth target here. Mr. Dunn's current net worth is $175,500 from accounts. This net worth is only coming from cash and equivalent only. Later we will also add physical assets and liabilities. This net worth is only coming from cash and equivalent and retirement account. Next we will also set up Mr. Dunn's physical assets and liabilities. Okay, let's add Mr. Dunn's physical assets, which are land, car, laptop, and gold. For the land assets, the asset type will be property. Now, let's input the land valuation. Don't forget to select this net worth so that it will be included in net worth calculation. Next, let's add Mr. Dunn Toyota Camry car. The asset type will be vehicle. Add car valuation. Next, let's add Mr. Dunn's laptop MacBook Pro with the value of $2,500. Now, add Mr. Dunn's precious metal gold. Since this precious metal category has child categories, don't forget to include both child and parent categories. Great! Now we have completed adding Mr. Dunn's physical assets. As you can see here, Mr. Dunn's total assets is now $249,000. Next, we will set up Mr. Dunn's liabilities. Mr. Dunn has mortgage and student loan. First, let's add mortgage loan. The liability category is mortgage, and the loan amount is $120,000 with 7% flat interest rate. This minimum payment is the minimum amount you should pay every month, but you can leave it blank. This additional payment is similar with down payment to reduce the overall loan amount. Okay, next let's add Mr. Dunn's student loan with the total amount is $20,000. You can leave the minimum and additional payment blank. If you have minimum payment information, you can add it here. As you can see here, Mr. Dunn's remaining debt still stands at $120,000 and $20,000 USD, as no payments have been made. Later, we will create a debt repayment records to pay the loan. As you can see here now, Mr. Dunn's net worth becomes $109,000, accounting for the added liabilities. Alright, Mr. Dunn is eager to manage his expenditures and set income goals for both monthly and yearly targets. The tables shown in the screen is Mr. Dunn's expense budget and income plan. Great, now let's do budgeting for Mr. Dunn. Let's set the yearly and monthly budget according to the previous table. Since we haven't had any expense record yet, this actual monthly expense is still zero. The remaining monthly budget here is also still intact. Now, let's continue to set up Mr. Dunn monthly and yearly income target. In the next chapter, we will add expense and income records. Alright, now we have Mr. Dunn information about his recent transactions including expense, income, and transfer records. Let's create transactions records based on the previous tables. First, let's add Mr. Dunn monthly salary record for this month. Select the receiving account of this income. We need to select both month and year here for reporting. The month is 11/23 and the year is 2023. Do the same to add records for Mr. Dunn's side hustle income. Select the income type to business and select the receiving account to PayPal. Don't forget to add month and year for reporting. Do the same for the other business income. Great, we have added Mr. Dunn's income records. Okay, now we are going to add Mr. Dunn's expense records. Select the expense category. As you can see here, you can see the remaining monthly budget left. Select the account that we used to pay the expense. Same as previous, don't forget to add monthly and yearly records. Next, let's add the other expense. Since to pay this internet bill, Mr. Dunn used credit card, then we need to select the credit card account. Do the same for the other expenses. Okay, now we want to add Mr. Dunn's transfer records. There are several types of transfer such as moving between account, saving, investment, funding, and withdrawal. Select the account that transfers the money, and then select the receiving account. Don't forget to add monthly and yearly report. Do the same steps for the other transfer records. To view the transfer records based on categories, you can move to the next tab. You can also choose the filter if you want to only see a specific accounts. Later, we will add investment, debt payment, and borrowed money payment records. Actually, you can also add transaction records from the dashboard page. These quick buttons also help you to record faster. Okay, now we also get Mr. Dunn's data of his bills and subscription. Mr. Dunn pays bills every month for internet, electricity, and water. Moreover, Mr. Dunn has some subscriptions such as Netflix, Spotify, and YouTube. Both bills and subscriptions are paid using Mr. Dunn credit card. Alright, let's input Mr. Dunn's bills and subscriptions into WealthOS. First, let's create home internet bills. This first payment date is required to calculate the last payment and the next payment date, so please ensure to input it. Continue to add the other bills. As you can see here, the payment reminder will show up here to ensure you are not missing the payment. Next, let's add Mr. Dunn's subscription. The first payment for this Netflix subscription is January 30th, 2023. The billing period is monthly with the amount of $5. As you can see here, the total spending of Netflix subscription since the beginning is $50. Continue to add the other subscriptions. Okay, now to add bills or subscription payment, we can use this quick button. In this example, we will try to add water payment. Add the bill amount, type and account. Don't forget to always add month and year report. Good, now we have successfully create water bill payment. To pay the subscription, you can do the same steps. To make our life easier, we can also create an automatic payment by creating recurring payment template. Set the date to today. Input the amount and select the type and payment account. Now let's set up the recurring period. Since the payment recurs every month, so ensure that it repeats monthly. A month later, you will see the payment will be automatically added, but you need to manually add the month into your reports. Alright, Mr. Dunn wants to allocate a certain amount of his total monthly income for saving. Therefore, he has created saving planner table that will track his planned saving and actual saving amount. Okay, let's create this saving planner into WealthOS. Input the planned saving amount as per previous table. This actual column is the total actual saving amount we deposited each month. Previously, we have already added a saving amount of $500 in November. But let's add another saving deposit record. Input the saving amount. Choose from which account you deposit and to which account you save. Don't forget to select the saving month. This saving month will allow us to calculate the actual saving amount and the difference from the planned saving. So please ensure you select the saving month. Perfect. Now Mr. Dunn wants to invest in VTI ETF and Apple stock using his Interactive Broker account. But first, he needs to transfer $2,000 to his Interactive Broker's account to have sufficient cash balance to buy the stocks. Alright, first let's create a transfer record from Capital One account to Interactive Broker, sending $2,000. In this investment management page, you will have a live chart to be able to check the stock price. Okay, next let's create VTI and Apple assets. For the VTI, the asset category will be ETF. Don't forget to also select the parent asset category, which is investment. Add the current price of VTI. Okay, next create the Apple stock with the same steps. The total shares quantity and current asset value are still zero because we have not purchased any stock yet. Now we are going to buy the VTI and Apple stock. Select the asset. Since we want to buy, so please select Buy for this column. Next, add the buying amount and the current price. Don't forget to add month and year report. Do the same steps for the Apple stock purchase. Okay, now we own some shares of VTI and Apple stock. On the investment asset, now you will see that we have some shares and current asset value. When the price of stock goes up or down, you can update the current price here. The formula will calculate your current asset value and unrealized profit or loss. After several months, Mr. Dunasset's valuation fluctuate, so he needs to update the latest current asset valuation. For example, the value of his land is increasing to 45,000 USD. Moreover, Mr. Dunn wants to recollect his money that he lent to his friends Sarah and Eric. Sarah owes Mr. Dunn $5,000 and Eric owes $3,000. Okay, first let's update Mr. Dunasset's valuation. For this land, the current value is now $45,000. You will see here that his land asset increased 13%. His car and laptop value are now decreasing. But the gold asset is increased. Mr. Dunn total asset value is now updated. Okay, now let's add the money that is borrowed by Sarah and Eric. This borrowed money is categorized as an assets. Add also the money that is borrowed by Eric. Okay, next, how to record if Sarah or Eric makes a payment to Mr. Dunn. You need to create a payment record here in borrowed money. Payment record. In this example, let's say Sarah pays $500. So the remaining money is still $4,500. Don't forget to always add month and payment record. The last thing is to select the receiving account for this payment. Okay, now, if we go back to the asset management page, you will see that Sarah has already paid $500 and the remaining debt is still $4,500. Alright, Mr. Duns wants to pay his mortgage loan. As mentioned earlier that the mortgage loan is $120,000 with flat interest of 7% over 10-year period. Mr. Dunn checks the monthly amortization schedule as shown in the screen. Mr. Dunn also wants to pay his credit card debt, which currently stands at $200. Okay, first, we will help Mr. Dunn to add mortgage payment. As per previous amortization schedule, please input the principal and interest amount. As always, don't forget to add monthly and yearly report. You must check this checkbox if you have already paid the debt. If you don't click this checkbox, it will not be calculated. Let's add the other payment for the next month. Select 12/23 and year 2023 for next month. We can leave this checkbox empty because we have not paid the debt for the next month. You can continue to input the amortization schedule payment same as per previous table. Let's continue to add credit card payment. Input the payment of outstanding debt. As you can see here, when we completed the payment, the credit card balance will restore to its full limit. The credit card debt is now zero. And for the mortgage, the principal paid is $693 and the remaining loan is $119,307. Okay, since Mr. Dunn does not have emergency fund, he wants to create a financial goal which is to complete his emergency fund. The target amount is $30,000. Moreover, he also wants to have a vacation with his family to Europe and the target amount is $3,000. Okay, let's create emergency fund and vacation goals for Mr. Dunn. Rename the goals to emergency fund and add cover image. Input the initial amount and the target amount. Perfect. Now continue to create the vacation goal. Okay, now we will deposit some amount of money to this financial goal. As you can see here, after we deposit money to emergency fund, the progress is now increasing. If you want to see the yearly and monthly report of all our transactions, you can check it here. This is all of our transaction records during year 2023. You can also check the monthly report. To create a new year report, just add it here. Next, create the monthly report inside year 2025. You can continue until December 2025. Okay, now we have other useful pages which are calendar, resource, and library. To add an important financial event, just click the plus icon. Next is the resource section, where we can record some important or useful information. The library section is where we track our book reading. As an example, let's add a financial book. You can change the reading status. If you have some quotes or takeaways from the book, you can add it here. Perfect. That's all for the Wealth OS walkthrough. If you are interested, you can check it. The link is available in the video description. Thank you for watching. See you on the next video.